Hello everyone, good morning. We are from Group 1. We will present to conclude one of the articles entitled Development Trajectories of Anxiety Subtypes from Childhood to Early Adolescence, the Role of Parenting Practices and Maternal Distress. Next. Before we present our discussion, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Neliara Grace with us student ID is 195.
And my name is Aisan Hidayah and last my student ID is 123.
And my name is Alintang Venosa and my last student ID is 032.
Okay, first is introduction or background why the researchers uh, wants to research these topics. Here are four arguments from researchers about the background of why this research exists. But before that, the researchers can see that many kids who experiencing anxiety. It is said 20.5% of children and adolescents experience quite high levels of anxiety, and other research finding 41.5% adolescents experiencing clinical anxiety. From this condition, the researchers highlight the several important reasons why this study is needed. The first one is developmental trajectories of anxiety symptoms. Uh, Studies on the development of anxiety in children and adolescents remain limited, particularly because of inconsistent findings, insufficient attention to anxiety subtypes, and the unclear role of gender difference. The second one is family ecological framework. The studies integrates Brenner's 1979 ecological system framework with Rape et al.'s 2019 model of adolescent development and social emotional disorders. This explains that development of children's anxiety is influenced by family environment and environmental factors, particularly parenting practices and the mother's mental health. These two factors from the foundation of from the foundation of the child's social emotional abilities from an early age and play a role in increasing or decreasing the risk of anxiety throughout adolescence. The third is limitation of exciting work. Previous studies still have limitations such as the lack of research on anxiety subtypes, inconsistent finding regarding gender difference, limited focus on parenting factors that can be intervened, and the dominance of studies in Western culture context. And the fourth current study. The study aims to understand the development of children's anxiety, gender differences, and the influence of parenting in order to support early prevention of emotional problems. Next.
Okay, abstract. This article identifies the transition from childhood to adults as a vulnerable period for an increase in symptoms of social anxiety, particularly among girls. The study highlights the important role of early parenting practices and maternal mental health in the development of anxiety symptoms throughout adolescence and identifying key targets for family-centered intervention programs. And the data from the Growing Up in Singapore Toward Healthy Outcomes were analyzed and equality to 547%, 52.8% boy, and 57.3% Chinese, 27.8% Malay, 40.7% Indian, and 0.2% other ethnicities. Okay, next.
Okay, so the research objective from this article, the first one is anxiety subtypes. It including social generalized, physical and obsessive compulsive, harm avoidance and separation from age point 5 to 13 years. The second one is sex differences. From this article is also compare the anxiety trajectories between boys and girls, and the last one or the third one is caregiving influences, where the article association between early caregiving factors, including parental sensitivity, autonomy support at age 6, maternal depression, and anxiety stress, and it changes in anxiety symptoms. Okay, so the next one is the primary questions and hypotheses. From this article, it focuses on the question probe how anxiety subtypes evolve. Example, does social anxiety rise with peer focus teen change? If girls show steeper rises or building on mixed prior sex differences findings, and whether supportive parenting buffers increases while maternal distress worsens them. And the hypothesis is implied from theory by Rappi et al. At 2019 that explain about ecological model, and it expects social anxiety to rise due to social evaluation sensitivity, sex differences favoring faster female increases, and protective effects from autonomy support or sensitivity against trajectories. The research significance includes fills the gap between the previous research about anxiety subtypes from childhood to adolescence. The focus is the previous research focus on generalized anxiety. The second one is identify a critical period about transition from childhood to adolescence, focusing about anxiety subtypes on females. The third one is the importance of caregiving and maternal mental health. The fourth one is modifiable risk factors, including parental autonomy support for educational risk from social anxiety, and the last one is perspective on non-Western culture, because the Asian parenting style on academic pressure and not all Western research can be implemented. Okay, and the next one.
Okay, next one is methods. First one is research design. This research design is qualitative longitudinal study or following children's development from ages 6 to 13. Uh, and the data collection methods is questionnaire with tools is multidimensional anxiety scale for children 2 or MISC2 to measure children's anxiety, and child interviews with tools Berkeley Puppet Interview or BPI to assess parenting patterns. And the third is maternal mental health scale to measuring depression, anxiety, and stress. The sample is participant with 547 children. For your information, initially there were more, but they were filtered based on health condition and completeness of data. So total participant is 547 children. This research start collecting data when the mother was still pregnant in the first 3 semesters. So the researchers recruit the mother while she was pregnant, with the origin from Singapore, from the Gusto or growing up in Singapore towards healthy outcomes, with the characteristic children from Chinese, Malay, and Indian ethnic backgrounds follow longitudinally from childhood to adolescence. And yes, the data collection began during the mother's pregnancy. Next.
Okay, the next is key findings. So first mixed effects model within and between child change in anxiety symptoms. The analysis reflect interest correlation ECC values ranging from 0,27 to 0,33. This means that approximately 27% to 33% of the variation in anxiety score is attributable to difference among children, consent innate environment factors, while the remainder is attributed to change occurring within the children themselves over time. This validates the use of mixed effects model to examine the longitudinal development of anxiety. So, at the baseline of the study for age 5 years, the children already exhibit significant level of anxiety symptoms across all dimensions. The Higgs score were found in the gender avoiding dimension and obsessive compulsive symptoms. The child gender interacts significantly with age in predicting the trajectory of all anxiety subtypes. This suggests that the developmental pattern of anxiety from childhood to early adolescence is influenced differently depending on whether the child is male or female. And a second association between early predictor and anxiety trajectory. So, family factor during early childhood for 6-year-old play a crucial role in determining a child's future mental health. Parental support for anatomy helps prevent social anxiety, while motor anxiety and stress are risk factors to increase the likelihood of general, physically and obsessive compulsive anxiety symptoms in children as they grow up. Okay, next.
Okay, so from the previous material, the conclusion is this study concludes that the development of anxiety in children is highly dynamic when the ICC value is 0.27 to 0.33 indicates that most of the variation in anxiety symptoms, around 70%, is influenced by changes that occur within the child over time rather than simply fixed innate factors. These findings emphasize the crucial role of the family environment at an early age as a determinant of long-term mental health, where parental autonomy is what has been shown to be a major protective factor against social anxiety, while maternal anxiety and stress levels are risk factors that trigger various other anxiety subtypes such as physical symptoms and obsessive compulsive disorder. As a recommendation, future researchers need to shift from merely looking at static risk factors to identify modifiable factors in parenting patterns, as well as developing family-based interventions that focus on strengthening children's independence and managing maternal mental health to prevent the escalation of anxiety as they enter adolescence. So the personal reflection from our group is from this article, we learned that giving children the freedom or autonomy to try and fail is far more protective of their mental health than overly strict supervision. Furthermore, this article reminds us that to care for our child's well-being, we must first ensure the mental health well-being of their mother or caregiver, as parental stress is a silent predictor that significantly shapes the emotional resilience of future generations.
Okay, thank you everyone for your attention. Hopefully, this presentation will help you and be more knowledge for you. Sorry if our group make mistake. Thank you guys.